All right, welcome everybody to Nerd Bacon's coverage of E3 2018, brought to you by Survive Mr. Cube on the PlayStation 4. Survive Mr. Cube is a roguelite action game that stars a man who has been transformed into a cube, and you have to help him as he journeys back to humanity. Survive Mr. Cube, available right now on the PlayStation Store. I'm Dave the Watchman, joined by Level Up Justin, and this is it. The last of Us.
Yep.
The last of the
The Last of Us Part 3.
Yes, the
4.
last of E3. It's Nintendo's big day. We're finally going to see Nintendo's direct presentation right here live for E3 2018. We'll also stay for a little bit of the Treehouse because I'm sure they're going to have some announcements at the Treehouse. We know we're going to see some character announcements for Smash at least.
Yep.
All the 3DS stuff is being saved for the Treehouse, so maybe we'll see a new
That's true.
3DS game or two that will get us excited.
Yep.
But I'm still kind of reeling from Sony's conference.
Yeah?
It was such a weird mixed bag, and I hate to kick off a Nintendo conference with talk on Sony, but I think Sony's was so weird last night with starting off with that setting that they specially constructed. I didn't realize this until after when they were showing stuff on the Sony
post show. And so
but they constructed both of those settings that they had their E3 2018 presentation. So they moved people...
Everything was built from scratch.
They moved people out of this kind of like country cathedral style setting and then moved them into like this dome setting to show the rest of it. They only showed the Last of Us 2 trailer in this country setting. But then they make you wait for 20 bloody minutes while they're moving people from one location to the other. And they don't really talk about anything exciting in between. They could have given you more of a deep dive. They could have talked with Neil Druckmann or something during that 20 minutes, and he could have really like given you the promised deep dive of Last of Us Part 2 and dug into the meat of it. Doc Rock just put the nail right on the head. It was a terribly managed event. So anyway, hopefully we're not going to see anything like that at E3. No. I guess that's the magic of having a pre-recorded event.
Yeah, I think even though we don't know everything we're going to get from this Nintendo Direct,
right?
We do know that just like Squares, which was, again, another one where we're kind of like, did they really have to do this? It was still pre-recorded, and it was fit into a 30 to 45 minute brick, where you're not going to get a ton of filler, and I think you're going to get that with Nintendo. Very, very similar-esque showing here. It's going to be that 45-minute Nintendo Direct,
45
maybe a little
minute
longer.
Nintendo tour de force.
Yeah, and it's pre-recorded, and everything's ready to go. There's no hiccups. There's no intermission.
Here's what I was thinking when I woke up this morning. Sony told us beforehand they were bringing 4 big games and giving us deep dives into these 4 titles.
They were upfront, honest, and people were worried that they were going to only show those 4, and they didn't. They showed more. So
they showed the 4 games. I don't think we got quite the deep dives. We just got extended gameplay trailers for a lot of them, basically.
I feel like the only deep dive we got was Spider-Man, but that was on the post-show.
Yeah, that was on the post-show.
If you watch the post-show, there was a ton of really cool gameplay for Spider-Man. And showing the open world.
Here's what I was going to say.
That should have been in there.
I think Sony undercut themselves with the weirdness right up front with trying to create this atmosphere for the people that were in attendance for The Last of Us. Contrast that with, go back to the Wayback Machine to 2016.
Okay.
Nintendo says, this is before the Switch is announced. We're still referring to it as the NX.
NX, yep.
Nintendo, the Wii U is pretty much dead already, but we know that whatever Nintendo's working on isn't coming till 2017. They're not ready to talk about it yet. Nintendo says, you know what? We are only bringing 1 game to E3.
Yep.
We're going to show off Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
They made that E3 presentation work.
Yes.
They made it work with the strength of one title.
Yep.
Because it was managed exquisitely.
Right.
And Sony, with 4 big titles and then some really impressive third-party titles, just craps the bed right at the beginning.
Yep.
I don't know. It just shows a difference, I think, between Nintendo's management and Sony's management.
And even looking again at this year, look back at, and I'll use Microsoft as an example. That was probably the longest show of any of the shows we've watched so far, but they made, other than the lull in the with any conference, with any show, unless it's pre-recorded, and they cut out the fat, you're going to get a lull. There's always going to be a little bit of a lull.
Right.
You know that. And we knew that with any of these that are live. But even with Microsoft, it was an hour and a half, hour and 45, whatever it was exactly. And it was relatively full of something other than a small lull. And even then it could have been shrank a little bit, but it was full and it felt like a legit show. And with like you said, with Nintendo, they came out and said 1 game. Microsoft said 50. Sony said, we're going to focus on our 4. We'll have a few other things to show.
Right.
But there was that 25 minute intermission that killed everything. They should have just kept everyone. They didn't need the ambiance of the church cathedral thing.
Right.
They could have kept it all in that second room with the big...
You're a digital company. Build a location that showcases different environments digitally.
Right.
Build kind of like an IMAX dome, so that way you can display the cathedral. You can display like an outdoor post-apocalyptic setting for Death Stranding. You can display could you imagine if they built like this theater which displayed stuff on the walls, and then during Ghost of Tsushima you had like the Japanese countryside and stuff like that?
Well, that's what we were talking about IMAX yesterday.
Yeah.
Like an IMAX setting almost.
That would have been insane. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's enough about Sony. Just I don't know. I just woke up thinking about Nintendo's 2016 E3 conference and kind of the dichotomy, the contrast between that and what we saw from Sony last night. And I think it speaks to the impeccable nature of Nintendo's management.
There was content during the show. It wasn't a deep dive like they were saying we were going to get there, but there was other content. There was other games shown, but the management and the production of the show overall was poor.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But let's get to what we're all here to see. We're about 35 minutes away from the start of the Nintendo Direct. We're waiting for Nintendo to go live here on their channels, and we'll bring up that splash screen as soon as we do, or as soon as they do.
Yep.
So that way you're not going to miss anything. Anyway, so here we are, Nintendo E3 2018. We have been all over the place in the lead up to this program with rumors and possible leaks regarding what Nintendo might have in store for us. Twitter had been going crazy with insider leaks all over the place, and I just want to kind of take a moment to talk about that for a little bit. Do you think having this amount of insiders speculating on Nintendo, do you think that helps or hurts Nintendo's chances of making an impact?
I don't think it hurts them at all, because I feel like the only in video gaming, no news I feel like is almost bad news. So like having them talk about it and speculate just shows the excitement that Nintendo has recaptured this generation.
They really have. The Nintendo Switch has definitely reignited that fan base.
Right.
Which isn't hard to reignite for Nintendo.
But look,
you gotta admit,
look
the
where
Wii
they
U
went.
was kind of the dark times.
Yeah, look where they, from the Wii U to this, they've completely righted their ship.
Right.
And it takes time in gaming to right a ship. I get that. It takes time to steer the boat in the right direction, because games take time. And I get that. But it took them time. They got in the right direction. And, I mean, it's crazy what we're seeing now. And from Nintendo, they're insanely popular. Could be the second best-selling console on the market by year's end. Even we talked about that, and I think having all the speculation is awesome. Now, because obviously all the leaks aren't legitimate. There's one that I think is probably pretty legit.
What's that?
That we talked about, the one that had the display looking stuff.
Oh
with the
yeah,
9,
yeah.
And that could be legitimate. But I think outside of that, like I think all the speculation, even the stuff that Nerd Bacon's talked about with Nintendo, with Fortnite and stuff like that.
Fortnite, we know that's coming.
Right, and that could be today.
That
could drop
yeah,
today.
I think the metadata is already out, so that is coming today. But yeah, we broke that story back in April that Fortnite would be coming to the Nintendo Switch. The big question with Fortnite on Switch, though, is going to be: are we getting the free-to-play version, or are you gonna? Is the Battle Royale free-to-play version going to be locked behind the paywall that is? You have to buy regular Fortnite, and Battle Royale is part of that. And there was an internal debate between Nintendo and Epic because I think Nintendo is worried about kids getting involved with loot boxes and all the digital content that you can buy for Fortnite.
Yeah, because with Fortnite, everything's cosmetic.
Right.
There's nothing that's not pay to win. There's not essentially really even loot boxes. It's all cosmetic like items, but it does cost real money. It's not. There's not a lot of in-game. There is in-game currency you can get, but we're not. It's not a lot of. It's not something that you can collect rapidly. So the people that do spend money, it adds up with Fortnite.
But getting back to these insiders and everything, do you think that the hype can hurt Nintendo in the way that it builds unreasonable expectations for what Nintendo is going to show?
Could, because that's why I coming over here, I was thinking of anything but Nintendo because I was so like having my Nintendo shirt on, my Mega Man socks, like for Smash. Smash is the game that like I'm looking forward to the most out of anything that's been shown.
Sure.
I'm so excited for Smash. I love Smash. But like you said, it's kind of, I don't want to build unreasonable expectations. I kind of felt like I even had a little bit of unreasonable expectations for like Microsoft, for example.
Right.
And then now
I definitely did.
I just didn't want to have that for Nintendo because we know it's not going to be a long showing, but it's going to be I think it's going to be a meaty enough showing that we're going to get stuff that we're going to be wowed by. I do think that it can hurt it, though. Yes, to answer your question,
Absolutely.
I think it can.
I don't think we're going to see anything earth-shattering from Nintendo. I hope I'm wrong, though. I really want to see something meaty because, I don't know, it feels like this E3 has been a little bit on the downward slope.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of the middle of the road.
Which is crazy considering all the cool stuff we've seen. We saw From Software's title, Sekiro. We saw.
I'll say this.
Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, I'd say from the game standpoint, there's been a lot of really cool games. So from the game standpoint, it's not been down, but like just the overall wow factor, I feel like, is not as high.
There haven't really been any big surprises. Like all the stuff we knew, Devil May Cry 5 was coming. For instance,
it was more of a surprise. It was at the Microsoft stage.
Right.
I think we were surprised by Halo being on the Microsoft stage. We were surprised by Doom getting shown. I don't know that we were really surprised by anything at Sony's conference last night.
I was surprised by Neo 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. That is right because you said that was just Neo 1 was just last year.
Neo 1 just came out last year.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. That is a surprise.
Koei.
You're right. So I mean, I'm not saying the surprises weren't there, but there's nothing that's like earth shattering. So I will say that maybe Nintendo's holding out on us, like Metroid last year.
Maybe. I think that big surprise is going to come at the Treehouse when I think they're going to reveal Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening for 3DS.
3DS. It could happen.
Yeah.
Kind of like Samus Returns last year.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
Exactly. We're still waiting for Nintendo's channel to go live. We'll get a splash screen
Damn
up
it,
as
Nintendo!
soon as it does.
They'll go live like 5 minutes before.
Usually they go live like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are about 30 minutes out from the start of the Nintendo Direct. So let's talk about their big game. They've already said Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
We've already had it pretty much confirmed that this is going to be a brand new title. Not really, not a port of the Wii U version. So
everything that we're being told on the inside info is that it's a new title.
So tell me, you're here for Smash.
Yep.
What's your hype level going into Smash?
Oh, I mean, I'm a 10.
You're a 10?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, as much as I'm trying to like suppress the hype, inside it's a 10. Like I won't be. I'll be more. I think the only way it would really take me down a notch would be if it's like this is just Smash 4 Deluxe.
Yeah.
That would take me down a notch, but I'd still be amped and hyped for it, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. Would if it turns out that it is just an amped up version for Smash 4, what would it automatically be a day one for you?
I'd have to see what they add into it.
Okay.
I don't want to say yes. I want to say yes because of my love for Smash. I'm a huge Smash fan. So when I go to EVO for the first time this year, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Right.
Like,
right.
I'm a huge Smash fan. As much as I think that Melee it's time for it to go off into the sunset, like, I'm still excited to see it. I'm still excited to see Smash 4. I played a ton of Smash 4. I was pretty good at Smash 4. Not competitive level Smash 4 good, but I was good enough at Smash 4. And I think that the way it would make it day one if it's a port, so to say, is just what extra content are you putting in?
Yeah.
You know, are we getting that large roster? But I don't think it is. I'm everything that we're being told is it's a new game. It looks like it's a new game from the hints that we've gotten. You know, Hal's back involved with like leading the charge.
That's a great
Bandai
question.
Namco.
For me, I like Smash 4 enough just as a casual Smash player to buy an enhanced port with more characters and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, don't lose the roster.
My problem with that would be there's no chance of bridging the Smash community, the competitive Smash community, who is still divided between modern Smash and then Melee. There's no chance of bridging that gap.
The wave dashing, very fast paced versus the slower pace of Smash 4. Right. That's a very good point. I'm glad you mentioned that.
So
because
that's why I would be disappointed if it does turn out to be a port. I don't think that it is going to be, but
what if it was a port but they had that competitive mode?
Like, if they added a competitive mode, I'd be overjoyed.
You know that was the mode they used for competitive play.
Yeah, that would be the best of both worlds scenario for me. Let's talk about characters though.
Woo!
Doc Croc in the chat mentions, I wonder how much of Wii U's roster will stay. Hopefully all of it. I mean, if you take out Bayonetta, then that's going to seriously hamper my enjoyment of the game.
I would say 99% of the roster, I think, stays.
Yeah.
I could see some clones.
What characters would you absolutely like to see? I know Mega Man is definite
Mega
for you.
Man, yes! Give me Mega Man. Actually, he wasn't even my main. So my main was Ness, and Ness will most likely be in the game. Mm-hmm. I love Ness. But Mega Man... as far as characters that'll stay, that I'll kind of flip the script. Here's a couple characters I could see I'd be okay with them getting rid of.
I was gonna ask you that. Actually,
I was gonna say like Dr. Mario doesn't need to be in the game.
Okay.
We already get a Mario, for example. So like, is Dr. Mario really that much different? Because he doesn't get played a lot, especially on the competitive scene. That I really think it makes that much of a difference. So like, or a Dark Pit. I love Pit, but like Dark Pit, or maybe you wouldn't get rid of Dark or Pit, you get rid of Dark Pit, but like the clones, the ones that are like that. On the other hand, you have a character like Samus that has the Zero Suit version. That is not enough of a difference. They're completely two different characters and play completely separate.
Doc Croc says, "Give us Norman Reedus with the fetus."
It rhymes.
Yes.
And then bring back Snake. I actually could see Snake coming back. There's been a lot of rumors. There's been a lot of rumors that Snake. And then also like, if you're, I kind of hearken to this too with having clones. You have ones that are very similar, like, you know, even though Mario and Dr. Mario play different, they're still super similar. Mm-hmm. There's also characters like Lucina and Marth that play really similar, but there are enough differences that they're okay separate. A character like Zero Suit Samus and Samus are, you know, obviously two different characters. That's okay. I'm fine with that. But then, you know, let's talk about a character like Link, for example. Link usually gets, it's been like the Twilight Princess version of him, and then you have like Toon Link, two completely different characters. It's fine.
And now we're gonna get Breath
But
of the Wild.
in the
Link.
trailer, you get Breath of the Wild Link. So, which version of that are we gonna get? But, and then let me see. Justice Scooby's in the chat. Welcome back, by the way. I want Mario to have Odyssey-inspired combat moves and give Luigi something Luigi's Mansion-inspired, just so he isn't a Mario clone. Luigi does play enough differently that he's not a Mario clone, but you're right. I think giving Luigi a Luigi's Mansion-esque
we are live
moveset or the Poltergust would be cool. Having that in there, because I think Luigi's Mansion is underutilized. That's a very cool part of Luigi's history that they don't touch on enough. But let's see, Doc Rock says they need to dump Marth and Corrin at the least. Corrin, I mean, they're different enough, I guess, and Fire Emblem is super popular and becoming more popular over here in the West than I ever thought it would, so I think Martha and Lucina are the closest of the two clones, but they still play different enough, I guess.
All right, we've got some live action now from Nintendo.
Woo!
We are about 32 minutes away from
22 minutes.
22 minutes.
That's all right.
You're right. Sorry.
Nope, it's all good.
We're sooner than I thought.
22 minutes away.
Okay, let me get back over to a different screen.
Similar for the sake of keeping theirs.
Oh, sorry.
Justice Scooby, you make a good point. So I have a lot of I'm a recent Amiibo collector, and you have the Amiibo that fit into Smash. So I would imagine that keeping a lot of that roster the same, so those Amiibo are functional, makes sense. Yeah, that's a very good point. I didn't think of it that way. That's a very good observation. So the question would be then is, because so many of those got Amiibo, if not everybody from the roster, then who would you lose? Because there's been rumors that not every single third party is going to make it.
Right.
Like a Cloud, for example, might disappear.
I think Cloud's going to disappear in this one,
unfortunately. So that Amiibo wouldn't be functional. Well, that's okay. I mean, it's just one, but... And
maybe you could get like a Cloud-inspired costume for your Mii characters.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I would assume you'd have some sort of Mii character in there. No, I just think it's super exciting to think about the potential that Smash is not only a new game, but it's going to incorporate so much of that large roster that we got from Smash 4, and then it could be the biggest roster we've ever seen.
Let's talk a little bit about additional third-party characters that might be joining the Smash roster here.
Yep.
Or even additional Nintendo characters that could join the Smash roster.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that? Who would you like to see?
Obviously, according to the teaser trailer, we see the Inklings. Or at least
we know that.
Yeah, we know that they're going to be there.
Natural.
And that's okay. I'm cool with that.
That's great.
I think it's awesome. That's a good inclusion. I want to see how they work.
Maybe they work like a Guilty Gear character where they're like throwing paintballs and stuff around and it slows you down and then they can like do stuff. Like, you get paints on you and then they can do stuff to you.
That could work. Yep. Will we get
Bearded Ryu? That would be awesome.
I'm a Fox main, so that's who I care about. Well, you're obviously gonna get Fox.
Yeah.
Could Wolf has been rumored, bringing back Wolf.
Do you think we'll finally get Ridley?
The only reason that makes me say that we could is that which you played Samus Returns. Did you beat Samus Returns?
I haven't beaten Samus Returns.
Okay, then I don't want to spoil anything for the ending. But there is character models of Ridley out there where he is like 1/3 the size of his normal size.
Sure.
So if that's the case, then I could see that. But here, I feel like Ridley is like, when it comes to a Smash character, Ridley is what Mirror's Edge was when the sequel came out. People clamored for it, and then not many people bought it and played it. So Ridley,
it wasn't very could.
Right,
compared
right.
To, they
But is
completely
Ridley?
changed
I
it.
mean, I would love to play as Ridley. Don't get me wrong, but are we really going to see Ridley on, like, for example, on the competitive scene? Because, like, for
watch him
example,
get banned.
yeah. Well, you see a character. Okay, so Ridley, a large dragon-esque character, would play. I would think somewhat similar to maybe like Charizard.
Yeah, I could see that.
And Charizard is not played like outside of casual play, so
Right.
would it really be worth Nintendo to do that? Now, yes, for the wow factor and the fun, sure, but that's just me thinking in that aspect because I think they're going to start catering a little bit to because we've seen Nintendo reps. I know, like you guys were mentioning, like Nintendo reps were at Evo last year.
Yeah.
They're paying very much attention to the competitive scene.
Justice Scooby asks, are we going to see the long requested Goku from Dragon Ball Z? With Dragon Ball Fighters coming out on the Nintendo Switch, I think that's going to get announced today. But
Yep.
if that gets announced, then yes, I think we could definitely see Goku.
I think we could definitely see it. The only thing that makes me wonder is the Jump Force fighting game or whatever it is that we're getting to. I wonder.
I think that's different enough.
Yeah, it could be
we
different
see
enough.
Goku in there.
But having Dragon Ball, which we believe is going to get announced today, we're pretty confident that's going to get announced today. That I think
Ridley Day 1 ban, yep.
I could see that being a nice third-party guest character.
Right.
That would be cool. Yeah, because Bandai Namco,
they've been very supportive of the Switch so far.
They're the ones that did Dragon Ball Fighters, correct?
Yeah.
And they're also the ones that are involved with this Smash, I think, right? Am I thinking that right?
Yes. I think HAL Laboratories is actually doing the main part of it.
Yep.
From what I've heard.
Bandai's helping.
Bandai's helping, which was the other way around for Smash
There's
for Wii
4.
U.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. That could be it. Will we see any ARMS characters, or is it not popular to be so?
I think we will. I definitely think we will.
I'm afraid that we're just going to get, what is it, Spring Man? Is that who the main
That's
guy
all right.
was?
Just give me one ARMS character. I don't need
the
whole roster.
Give me Twintel. Give me
Yes, give me Twintel.
Deeper dive in and give me Twintel. That's who I think they should put in.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
That would be very sweet. But who else? What other third parties could they go to? We've talked about the possibility of Papa Phil bringing some Microsoft characters over.
Minecraft seems to be a very popular choice among the masses.
That's the safe choice, especially because you can do an awesome stage for Minecraft.
That could evolve.
Right.
You know, obviously that wouldn't be on the competitive scene, but they made every stage playable because of the ability to make it the Final Destination-esque, or the Omega stage or whatever. But I could see.
I could see that.
The Sushi Striker character just to promote the game. Yeah, I could see that too. Supposedly, Jeff has he's not here. Love you, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. He bought it, and he said he loves the game so far. I'm actually going to be getting it after E3 once I can get back to playing games, but of course, we're busy right now. So, yeah, Sushi Striker looks phenomenal as well. I could see that as well. Then we also have a mention of Ice Climbers. I think you're going to see Ice Climbers today.
I think so.
I'm going to go a little step further. I think you're going to see Ice Climbers during the Invitational.
That's what I've heard as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or at least during the Treehouse.
I'll say this. I am very impressed how little Nintendo has allowed to leak with Smash. Mm-hmm. And it impresses me every time a new Smash comes out. And the character reveals and all that good stuff. Like, sometimes one or two things get leaked, but it's been pretty tight-lipped. But having all the people they brought in, for example, like Mango, he's going to be there.
Yeah.
He's obviously not an Ice Climber main or anything, but you've got these melee players who are coming in. So that's what tells me it's going to be also more melee inspired.
That excites me.
Yeah.
Definitely excites me.
Yeah, but going back, I think with Microsoft, the safe answer would be Minecraft. The wishful answer would be a Banjo-Kazooie or a Battletoad.
That would be awesome.
One of the Battletoads. That would be cool. I think that would fit really well.
I agree, Justice. We're not going to see the full roster today, but we'll see a good chunk of that roster. And then they'll do some more reveals as we get into the lead up here.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a good chunk of the roster during the... you're going to get a good chunk during the show itself. I think you're going to get... They already said that when they go from the Direct to the Treehouse, it's going to start with Smash. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get... I think you're getting reveals in the Treehouse. And then I think you're going to get another one or two during the Invitational.
I'll tell you, going back to characters we'd like to see from third parties, I'll tell you, I would not mind seeing an Overwatch character or two hit Smash.
I think it was you that mentioned that before.
It was me.
Yeah, Tracer.
I would like to see Tracer or Diva.
Yep. Diva would be cool because you could have the ability to go in and out of the mech.
Right.
That would be cool.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, that would be awesome. Like her up A or B or whatever could just be like her popping out of the mech.
Yeah. Yep. I think that would be cool. An Overwatch character would be cool.
No. She hits like a button, like she powers up, and then she can go into self-destruct mode.
Yep.
And then she's out of the mech.
Yep.
And then she's got to wait like a few minutes for that. Oh, that would be awesome,
that
dude.
would be cool. That would be cool.
God, that would be perfect for
and
Smash.
Even Tracer works really well for Smash.
Tracer would work for
Tracer
Smash
would have some really cool moves.
That's my hope and dream.
And then also going away from Microsoft a little bit, but one of my dream characters to be in the game is Crash Bandicoot. With the support that Crash is getting now, coming to everything later this month, on the 29th, it's going to be on Nintendo Switch and Xbox. Having Crash Bandicoot would blow me away. That'd be an awesome moment today.
I see that happening.
You do? Yeah, I think so too. I think Crash happening would
Tim Geddes will cry.
Well, yeah. I might even cry on that one.
That would be pretty awesome.
Crash Bandicoot, I think, would be cool because I'm a huge Crash fan, and I think that would be cool. So
Doc Croc says John Cena for Smash. I would be actually really happy with that.
That'd be funny.
I would be very happy.
Or
like Xavier Woods for Smash.
Yeah,
that would be cool too.
Yep, that would be funny. John Cena could be, because he did a lot with the Switch when it first came out, and promoting it and stuff too. If he was a character in Smash, to be characterized and over the top, just imagine like you could AA somebody.
That would be sweet.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I that would be funny. That'd be a cool moment, I think. But yeah, I think
Xavier Woods' final smash is he calls the rest of the New Day in and they fly in on unicorns on rainbows.
That's funny. Well, any other characters you can think of that you would want? Third-party characters. I mean, the only other one that comes to mind, and that's has been clamored for since 4, would be Shovel Knight.
Oh yeah,
I'd like to see Shovel Knight.
Trying to think who else, like as far as indie games go, that I would like to see. I can't really think of anything. Oh, I'll tell you who. Shantae.
Yep.
The genie.
There was a lot of people clamoring for her during the. If you guys remember, there was the character vote for Smash 4.
Yeah.
And I think she was in the top 3.
She would be a great character.
Who ended up winning it? I want to say
Spyro would be great.
Spyro would be absolutely phenomenal. I know, like I think Shovel Knight, Banjo Kazooie, which would be an awesome get if they could put them in there, and Shantae.
Microsoft's gonna have Forza Motorsport car.
That would be funny.
Oh my goodness!
I think the only other one I could think of during that Smash 4 character like voting, there was the Donkey Kong villain King K. Rool.
Yeah,
he was very heavily popular. I mean, I'm not sure.
That wouldn't get me hyped.
No, I wouldn't be hyped, but I think it would be a cool addition.
Yeah.
Another big villain. Then you don't. That way you don't just have.
Dovahkiin from Skyrim. Yes.
Skyrim on Switch, but you can play it in Smash.
That's awesome. We are about 10 minutes away. I gotta pee already.
Oh.
We are about 10 minutes away. Talk to us about Pokemon, because we've got Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu revealed, and we know that's coming out in November. That's integrating Pokemon Go. How do you feel about this game? Are you excited for this? Are you not excited for that?
I mean,
I'll let you tell them. I gotta go to the restroom real quick.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Pee break prior is perfect. So hi chat. This is just hanging out with me for right now. So as far as Pokemon Go, or Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, I would say I'm maybe not as hyped as other people are. I'm really happy to see that we're getting these on the Nintendo Switch and that it's integrating with the the Go franchise or the Go series. I will say this: we have heard that the Nintendo Quality of Life initiative has been shut down, and they're no longer worried about like the quality of life aspects. They're kind of getting back into just the gaming stuff. So where this does harken back to the original 151, which has me excited, but what kind of puts me off makes me not as excited is because there's no like actual, like, you're not battling the different Pokemon that you find, and it's not like a traditional Pokemon, which is what we're going to be getting in 2019 from what it sounds like. That does not mean that I'm not excited for it. I am excited for it. I'm probably going to get the Eevee edition, and or the Let's Go Eevee version, and yeah, I mean, it's cool enough to where I could play it. The thing is that I stopped playing Pokemon Go long enough ago that I'm not going to be able to integrate anything with Pokemon Go into the game. Dave is coming back here.
I'm back, so repeat everything you said so I can hear it.
Long story short, I said I am excited for it, but I would say my level of excitement is only about like a 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Only because like it's not that mainline Pokemon game, which we are said to be getting next year. So there's no like battling the Pokemon that you're gonna get. So essentially, like, when you walk through the grass, the tall grass, think back about when you played Red or Blue. You'd walk through the grass, you would not see a Pokemon, and you'd have a random encounter. There's no more random encounters. You're going to see the Pokemon in the grass. It's your choice if you want to encounter them or not. And then, after you encounter them, you don't battle them, you don't drain their health, you just capture them via the Pokemon Go mechanics.
Okay, yeah.
So that puts me off a little bit because I'm like, man, I still want that aspect of like the journey and battling.
But we're gonna get that next year.
And that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
This is kind of like
they
just want something for this year.
That's why I'm saying like I'm excited for it, but I'm more excited for what's coming.
I think
what excites me about this one is that it's the original 151,
right?
And that's the ones I remember, the ones I know of. Once it started getting into all this newer versions, I lost it. I don't know where we're at now.
Lauren's kind of like that too. She just does not care about the newer generation.
I like just give me if they would have said like the main line's coming next year, which they did say, and it's the original 151, kind of original mechanics, and all that. You know,
she would have been hyped.
Everyone
would have been hyped.
Now I'm not saying the random encounters, like I see what Doc Croc said there. The random encounters are like having that out is a bad thing, because it can get tedious when you're trying to walk through. Like for example, there was a cave moment where you're walking through and then you hit a Zubat every 5 seconds and you have to run from the battle or whatever. But that's kind of part of that mainline game with that unknown factor. Like seeing them in the grass, you're kind of like, I guess you get to make that choice. Do you want to encounter that Pokemon or not? So I guess it would kind of be like what you'd see in real life too, in some aspects, because in other parts you may not be able to see, you know, what you're going to see ahead. So
I think this is the big difference between something that you had said, or something that I think one of us had said about Pokemon being out this year. This is the big difference between Nintendo's conference and Microsoft and Sony's conference, is that Nintendo is going to give us games that we're actually going to be able to play this year. And that's something that was surprisingly absent from both Microsoft and Sony's conferences, even Ubisoft's conference, and
sure,
to some degree Bethesda, except for Fallout 76. Most of their stuff was 2019 and in some cases beyond. 2021. So that's what's really exciting to me about Nintendo today, is that this is stuff that we're actually going to play this year. And I think that's the huge opportunity for Nintendo.
Yep.
We're about 5 minutes, maybe 4.5 minutes away from the launch of this thing. Let's talk about third parties real quick.
Okay.
We've been all over the place with rumors as far as how strong the third-party support is going to be, but what are your hopes and dreams for third-party titles coming out on the Nintendo Switch? Actually, I'll start off.
Sure.
I have heard that Castlevania is coming, that there's a new Castlevania coming.
Yeah.
I have no reason to doubt this. I would love for that. How big of an impact do you think Castlevania would have on the Nintendo Switch with that independent game from IGA, Bloodstained, Ritual of the Moon, coming out?
I think the name carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the difference would be. You could have the ability to play both, but the name carries a ton of weight. So,
sure.
So yeah, I would say it would still be a big impact. I don't think that would be... I think that has like its crowd and its niche, and I think we'd be excited for it, but I could see that being like a medium splash in the Nintendo realm.
How big of an impact do you think Fortnite's arrival today is going to have on the
I
Nintendo
think
Switch?
it's going to be bigger than what we expect because of how big the game is.
Yeah.
I think having this game, just
Ooh,
like
that'd be good.
just like having Fortnite on mobile, being able to take this game wherever you want and to play it. Now, granted, I'm not I'm not a person that takes my Switch to a coffee shop, but like for example, I'm here, I'm not at home, I have my Switch with me because I feel like this is the one. I told you this, when E3 started, this is the one console I
So
feel
you're
like
going to
I had
download Fortnite as soon as it drops.
I don't know if I'll download Fortnite, but I'm hoping that there's something out there else that, maybe we can get.
Paladins came out today as well.
Yep. So that I think Fortnite is just big enough. It's a big enough phenomenon to have it on the Switch is going to make a big deal.
My roommate is messaging people on my PSN profile. That's questionable. What other third-party titles would you like to see hit the Nintendo Switch?
So there was a rumor
Uh-huh.
that I'm excited for that the arcade game Killer Queen is going to come to the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. I think that was part of that leak. And I think that's going to be
And I hope
true.
that leak is legitimate. Because Killer Queen, the arcade game, is absolutely addicting.
Is it?
It's two arcade. If you don't know anything about Killer Queen, it's only in select arcades, and we're lucky enough here in Des Moines, Iowa, to have one.
Uh-huh.
And it's two arcade machines back to back. It's 5v5, and there's like 3 ways to win, and it's like $1 for all 5 of you to play. So it's really cheap.
That's very cool.
But like it would work well on Switch because it's the multiplayer aspect, and then you could break down with the Joy-Con. It's not overly aggressive on the graphics, and it would be a fun multiplayer game. But I think it doesn't get a lot of love because it's only an arcade game, so it's bringing it over to console.
We're about a minute and a half away.
Woo!
Any final thoughts as we wait for this the Nintendo Direct to start here?
Only thing I can think of is don't forget about games like Fire Emblem.
Oh,
you know that's going to come out. Yoshi.
That's probably going to get shown today.
Yep, Fire Emblem, Yoshi, whatever Yoshi title they're going to name it. It's just it's only been Yoshi.
Do you think they're going to find a way to integrate Labo into Yoshi? Since it's Yoshi, Yoshi has this cardboard aesthetic.
I think
Labo is.
I think they could. There could be an aspect to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll kind of piggyback on what Justice Scooby said. They obviously have already came out and said that Virtual Console is dead, and that means like the name and the trademark is gone. But like that doesn't mean that there's not like going to be backwards compatibility in some sort of way because we know. Give me that
F-Zero GX remake.
Yep. And I put it in my fantasy announcements. Just a new F-Zero game. Give me
I think we're a ways off from that.
I do too. Which is why there was the leak or the rumor of the Star Fox Grand Prix.
Do you think we see Star Fox Grand Prix today?
I think so.
Are you hyped for that or no? I'm disappointed personally. Yeah.
Let me see it first.
I was more excited about Star Fox showing up in Starlink yesterday.
Doc, you asked if we learned about online services today. No.
I think that gets saved for a separate direct.
Direct, because there's supposed to be one, I think, even next month.
Do we think that Smash is out in September along with that new online service?
If it's not day and date with the online service, it's going to be like within the week before or the week after. It's going to be real close.
11 o'clock. We are going to start any second. Here we go.
Whoa!
Here we go.
It's happening.
10 seconds left.
Why is this? Why has my hype level just gone up through the roof? Splinter Cell, Switch. I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
Maybe they're going to give us new Joy-Con colors. Not that I
cool.
care, but new Joy-Con colors.
What do we got here? What do we got
What is
here?
this?
Mechs? I am all in for mechs. I am all in for mechs already. What is this? This looks like almost a spiritual successor to Zone of the Enders.
I should probably get my notepad.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna plug this directly into this controller. That looks like Zone of the Enders design, almost.
Yeah, kinda. There is kind of a... Oh, wait. Doc Croc, we seen something from Metal Wolf at Devolver, I believe.
I am all in. I don't care
really
what this
cool.
is. I'm in. I am so in
This
already.
music is hype. Like, it's... The cell shading, this is really cool.
Demon Cross... What?
Damon Ex Machina?
...2019. Marvelous. Alright, we're on to the next one.
アーケディア法王ラダリアは軍事大国シアへと遠征軍を派兵一夜にしてその首都ホメロパは陥落しアルスもろとも雲海の底深くへと沈んでいったその影にはたった一人のプレイと天の聖杯滅の存在があった次のターゲットはイーラに決めたなぜ世界を破壊する気づいてるんじゃないか破壊したがってるのは人間だと僕が本国から受けた使命は天の聖杯滅の討伐だどうだろう僕らにその力貸してもらえないだろうか
ひょっとして怒ってる滅の討伐
Some sort of Xenoblade thing? Wow. Wow.
国民を守るための戦いに身を置けるなら本望だ。
It's definitely a
君に頼み
JRPG.
たいことはただ一つあの滅を葬り去ってもらうことなのだから
When they showed him running outside, it gave me a Xenoblade
Yeah.
feel.
退屈しのぎだよただの
ふざけてるの
Sweet.
天の聖杯と
Sweet.
お前いい目をしてるな俺の行く道はこの道だ交わることはない
Oh, my
yep.
god! Xenoblade Chronicles 2! Alright. Oh, this is the DLC.
When we launched Nintendo Switch, our vision was a home system you could play together anytime,
Yeah,
anywhere.
so 2's out right now,
Two
right?
Yeah.
detachable Joy-Con controllers, countless play possibilities. From day one, all of you have shown the world what that means. Whether playing at home or on the go, from low to on high.
Hi, Reggie.
Where will Nintendo Switch take you next? To a smashing invitational cheered by fans and challengers?
Mars.
Or on a journey through verdant fields and Viridian
A
cities
smashing
in
invitation.
a timeless quest to catch them all?
I don't know if I would love Reggie or Phil Spencer more, but I'm leaning
Oh,
towards
here
Reggie.
we go. Some Pokemon
A few
time.
weeks ago, who showed you
Pokemon!
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Chat, if you're into
Brand new
Pokemon Let's Go,
adventure through the
which one are you
vibrant
getting,
Kanto
Pikachu or
region,
Eevee?
Where your partner, Pikachu or Eevee, is always by your side. Add the transformative power of Nintendo Switch, and you can play as you like, anywhere you like, or for the first time in this series, catch or battle Pokemon on one system with a friend. You can even transfer a Pokemon into the game from Pokemon Go.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can
This
battle both.
Pokemon
Like, you can
Plus.
battle with each other.
You can use it like
You
a
just don't
Joy-Con
battle the
controller
Pokemon when you
with
catch 'em.
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's
Okay.
Go Eevee, or play the entire game with it alone. You can put a Pokemon into the Pokeball Plus, then bring it with you.
What?
Sounds like there's already
Is
one
that a
inside.
joystick?
It's the mythical Pokemon Mew. Mew comes exclusive with every Pokeball Plus and can join you on your journey
Mew.
through the game. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and the Pokeball
No
Plus
way.
will be available on November 16th. Discover new friends and challenges as you explore this mysterious and enchanting world. Wherever you go, with whoever you like, only on Nintendo Switch. Now, let's check out something else we can't wait to show you.
Okay, I'm a little more...
Okay.
That was cool.
That was very cool.
All right.
He's desperate.
Yeah, I gotta buy the Pokeball. Damn it. Okay, I'm a little bit more into it. Mario
Party.
Mario Party? Super Mario Party. Okay.
You gotta change it up though.
That's gonna go too fast. Let's do it this way.
We need to have like some angles.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Look at how they've got it. Yeah, look at that. That's what that patent was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That is cool.
Alright, let's do another one.
Are you guys ready to do this?
But what if you don't have both? Then you don't get to play those levels or whatever?
I don't.
Oh, wow.
One more. One more.
We should do one more. Rematch.
We'll see. The last few Mario Party titles have been hit or miss.
What was that? 3, 2, 1.
That's neat.
Obviously, you're gonna get the motion controls in there.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I wasn't expecting a Mario Party, this is cool. It gives me October 5th, 2018. Wow.
Long ago, the divine Seros received a revelation from the goddess. A gift.
So there's your October
to
game.
guide the lost.
Yeah.
Now, the
So that
goddess
leaves
wants
August.
Oh, here we go. Fire Emblem.
as
Yep.
the mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul.
Three houses.
Go ahead, give me orders. It's time to measure your worth as an instructor. Such a brutal, irrational world we live in. Some believe the crests, tokens of the goddess's power, are necessary to maintain order. But they're wrong, teacher. The crests are
Oh, wow.
divine.
Unique art style.
Mm-hmm.
Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn. No, I wish I could stay here and cherish home.
Nice.
You dare to walk this path with me?
You know, I've never played a Fire Emblem game.
I was just gonna say the same. It's becoming so popular over in the West, though.
Yeah.
Now or never.
Which is crazy. I mean, it's good. Good for Nintendo. Good for Fire Emblem.
I will return here someday, my
Looks
teacher.
cool.
Promise me that you won't forget me.
And that's why you get so many Fire Emblem characters in Smash. This is popular.
Spring 2019. That's a surprise.
Wow.
Oh, here it is.
Fortnite. Out today. I mean, let's be honest, whether you play it or not, it's the most popular game in the world right now.
Play free. That's huge.
Play for free.
Today, yep. 10 a.m.
I can't wait to drop off the battle bus and meet some of you on
we
the
were-
battlefield
we knew
in
it.
Fortnite. And on Nintendo Switch, you can have the complete battle royale.
Is that 10 a.m.
experience, whether
Pacific?
playing together
Pacific?
online with friends in the same room or around the world. Available at 10 a.m. Pacific time today.
Nintendo
Nintendo
online
Switch,
service
a
or
home
online right
console
now
where
is
you
gonna
can access a full range
bust
of games content, including a wealth
in
of
5 minutes.
groundbreaking games from our independent development community. Your support for indie games on Nintendo Switch has been inspiring. And to all of you, as well as all of the developers behind these rich and varied experiences, from all of us here at Nintendo, thank you. Let's pull back the curtain on a few more, including 2 we're showing for the first time here today. Aspiring chefs, ready your cleavers, pots, and cutting boards. In
Oh, here we
Overcooked
go. Overcooked 2.
Yay!
with more recipes, characters, kitchens, and white knuckle mayhem. Prepare.
I
for
loved the
ultimate
first
cook-off
one.
with
Never
new
played it.
features,
You and
the
Lauren
ability
would
to
love it.
throw
I
ingredients,
think it'd just
Yeah.
be.
kitchens that can
It's a
change
fun
on
multi.
the
My
fly,
wife and I played it,
and
and she
with
doesn't play
Nintendo
very
Switch,
many games.
The opportunity to bake, barbecue.
It's
or
not that hard to
with
play,
another
and-
player in wireless, local, and online play. Save the world from clumsy cooking when Team 17's frantic
That's cool.
food juggler arrives on August 7th. Hop on a snail, hoard berries, or wipe out. the
Oh, here you
enemy's
go,
only
Killer
claim
Queen.
victory in
Yes!
Queen Black. Redesigned from the ground up, Liquid Bit and Bumblebear Games' acclaimed arcade extravaganza that became a multiplayer phenomenon is coming to Nintendo Switch. And for the first time on console, 2 teams of up to 4 each can square off in exciting battles. Play it first on Nintendo Switch later this year. And finally,
2018.
venture through the mysterious subterranean landscape
Ah!
of the vast Forgotten Kingdom in Team
Bummer.
Cherry's Hollow Knight, an action-adventure filled with gripping combat and
Nice.
haunting secrets.
Oh, this looks really cool
Hand-drawn
too.
characters and sublime
This is out
cinematic
already,
battles
right?
in
Yeah.
the sweeping platform
On-
that offers endless hours
Probably
of
PC.
intricate exploration. We
PC and
revealed
everything
earlier this
else.
year that Hollow Knight was coming to Nintendo Switch, and I'm pleased to announce that the game, packed with all the previous downloadable content, is available on the Nintendo eShop starting today.
Oh, today.
These are just a few of the
That's why I brought my
indie
Switch.
games you can play in the months ahead.
I'll pick
After
that
this
up.
presentation, stay tuned for Nintendo Treehouse Live, streaming right from the E3 show floor, where our Nintendo game experts will give you a closer look at
I'm not
some
gonna
of
lie
these
to you.
games
I was hoping Killer Clean Black would
and
be
I
out
personally
to,
cannot
today
wait to
Yeah.
watch
or soon.
as intrepid challengers test their
But
mettle
Overcooked
in
2.
our Splatoon 2 World Championship and Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. The action starts immediately following Nintendo.
The
Treehouse.
logo's there. Come
Before we move on, I have an important update on a game I know fans have been looking forward to. Octopath Traveler from Square Enix is coming exclusively for Nintendo Switch on
Yeah.
July 13th.
Yeah.
And you can download a brand new demo for the game from the Nintendo eShop on
Oh.
June 14th. Now, let's take another action-packed look at some more experiences coming soon to Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the third Potash Showcase. I'm so intrigued by Starlink.
If it didn't have the toy aspects, because I think that's what's gonna, it could hurt it.
Yeah.
It would be. I think it's gonna be such a cool game.
I think
Sushi Striker.
Toys to Life is still a viable idea that hasn't been explored
Sure.
well enough.
So these are all things that we've kind of already seen a
Yeah.
little. Pixark. Pixark looked like a combo, but Dragon Ball
Hey, there we
Fighters out in 2018. That's all it said.
It's Captain Toad!
July 13th. Yeah, I think I knew that, but still.
Yeah.
Okay, knew about that.
FIFA 19.
Arc is coming, huh?
There's the Paladins. They're available now.
I'll check Paladins out.
I've heard really good things about it.
Is it like Overwatch? Fallout Shelter's out now.
I'm not sure.
Dark Souls this summer. Oh, that Heroines.
Why does the resolution keep dropping?
Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate.
Oh, The World Ends With You. Fall.
A lot of indie. Well, they're not all indie games.
Give me
here.
that Mega Man 11. Yep.
Mario Tennis Aces, which I will. I will
here we
get.
are at the Nintendo Development Center.
Oh god.
Hi everyone. I'm Shinya.
This is when they showed
I hope you
Metroid
what you've seen.
last year.
Recently, it's been nice to see people pull their Nintendo Switch systems from their bags to play, even when they have only a little bit of free time. Every time I see that,
I thought that was cool that wasn't all indies.
Yeah.
Well, it had an indie
At
focus.
Nintendo, we approach development with the goal of delivering new and unique games to surprise people all over the world. And we're thankful for the many publishing partners also making games for Nintendo Switch. Today, we share just a small portion of what we're currently working on. We hope you will look forward to what's coming next on Nintendo Switch. Now, it's time to share information on a certain title. I'll turn it over to someone I think you know.
Uh-oh. Smash time.
Oh my god. Dave.
Here we go.
Hi, I'm Masahiro.
He looks like he's 12 now! He's gotten younger!
The new Super Smash
Okay.
Bros. Game for the Nintendo Switch.
Hi, Sakurai.
As you may know, Super Smash Bros. Is an action game about smashing beloved game characters off the screen. Many fighters have
That's
appeared
the
in
Wii U
series.
game.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're all eager to find out who will be joining the roster.
They're toying with me, Dave.
So we made a video to showcase some fighters.
Here we
appearing in
go.
the game.
Oh god.
Fighter roster video.
Oh my
The number
god.
next to
Here
each
we go.
fighter signifies the
All right.
order in which they joined the Super Smash Bros. Series.
I see a new page.
Please take a look.
Oh god.
Mario's looking good. He's got a cape. Samus. Kirby. Nothing unexpected. Bowser. All looking good. Link. Breath of the Wild style.
Oh, nice.
DK. Fox. Marth. Zelda. Not Breath of the Wild style. And Sheik. Sonic's back.
I can't keep up with all these.
Sorry.
Peach. Puka.
There they are, Ice Climbers.
Ice Climber.
Inkling. Number 64, my god.
Holy cow.
Captain Falcon. Alright, still no huge... This looks like it's an expanded Wii U roster.
Yep. Squirtle. And Ivysaur.
Ness and Lucas.
Ness.
Ryu's back! Yes!
This does not look like a new game, though.
No, it doesn't. Cloud's back! Okay, so this is an expanded roster. This is the Smash version. Snake! Snake's back! Snake's back! Everyone is here! Everyone is here!
Snake is back?
It's all the Smash Brothers characters ever.
It's the way it looks.
Yeah, Olimar, Lucario. Yes, my girl Bayonetta's back.
Oh.
So are you seeing anybody from Brawl that wasn't included, or some of the others that weren't included in the last one?
No, nothing I can think of off the top of my
Snake?
head.
Corrin's
Well, like
back.
Roy. was
Bowser Jr.
Oh, and that means all the
Toon Link
and Young Link. So Young Link's back.
Yeah.
The Mii's. Young Link, I don't think was in 4.
That'll
Little
make Jeff
Mac.
happy.
Yep.
Pac-Man.
Where's Mega Man? Shulk. He was popular for a little while. Wolf is back!
Yeah!
Holy
is
cow!
like the deluxe This is like the deluxe version of every Wii. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
So it does have a... Luigi and Yoshi just randomly shown. Holy cow.
Alright, day 1. You bastards.
And that's not the entire roster.
No. Seen a good look at it here.
I have to rewatch this and get the numbers and everything.
Everyone is here. It's all the Smash people.
That's right. Every fighter
from every version.
Every
fighter in Super Smash Bros. History.
Indeed.
Everyone.
Every Super Smash Bros. Fighter ever is in this game, whether they were originally DLC or only appeared once in the past. We believe that's what players want, so we made the impossible possible. Any way you slice it, this one has the most Smash for your buck.
Wow.
Simply put, this is the biggest crossover in gaming history. Once again, worlds will collide. Even so, your starting roster may be as small as the original Nintendo.
My heart.
We've streamlined the conditions for unlocking fighters, and we want to make it interesting, so it feels like you're constantly recruiting popular characters to your side. 8-player battles are also making a return.
Oh.
I like that. Make me work for it a little bit. Maybe don't make me work for it, like, extremely hard. But
introducing the fighters. What do we got?
Oh my god, Dave. I need to go through and get the numbers and the characters. I gotta do it.
Someone from his latest adventure. He can also wear his wedding and builder outfits.
Yes.
So Cappy, when he threw the hat, it had the eyes.
Breath of the Wild. His bombs are now remotely detonated. And his final smash uses ancient arrows.
What?
Familiar tunic of the wild.
Nice.
Although it's been a while, the
that's fine.
Fighter, the Ice Climbers, are back. Work together with Nana.
So how is this gonna play? Is it gonna feel like Melee or?
Ike's outfit from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance returns, along with his look from Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Now you can use both versions for the first time. The two different versions are even voiced a little differently. Prepare yourself.
I'm happy right now. I'm happy.
Oh, Pika!
We now have the female version of Pikachu.
Female Pikachu. They have heart-shaped tails.
Pikachu Libre is a girl.
Aww.
Fox's design is now based on
Pikachu Libre!
Final Smash has received an overhaul. This time, Final Smashes are straight to the point, so you can get right back.
That is cool.
Yes.
Falco's Final Smash features an unorthodox.
So that means quicker Final Smashes.
More unruly than Fox's. Either way, the Landmaster has been retired.
My boy Ryu.
Fights, Ryu will always face his opponents, just like in his original game appearances.
The largest roster ever.
Charge moves like Samus's charge.
Yes, that's great.
Say that again.
So in one-on-one fights, Ryu will always be facing his opponent because one of the problems with Ryu is that you would have accidental command inputs.
Yep.
It's easier to unleash one after another. This holds true for Roy and Lucina too. In addition, Marth is now fully voiced in English.
Keep your eyes open.
Oh, cool.
Backed by popular demand, veteran fighter
Snake
into the fray. It's been 10 years since
they
his
did
last
it.
appearance in the
They
series,
gave
so
us
we can
the
finally
biggest
see
roster
new matches
in
come
history.
through.
Stop beating up on Mega Man.
Shadow Moses Island is back too.
Shadow Moses is back.
King DDD's final
That
fight
is cool.
basically a cage fight where he unleashes missiles and a jet hammer.
We're only 26 minutes into this, by the way.
Pichu is also returning from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Its electric shock still damaged itself too, so be careful.
I'm trying to get all the characters and the numbers.
In The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Zelda is more into
Zelda
research than
17.
fighting, so her design is from The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. Zelda
And you gotta
is much
think,
more elegant and regal than our other
the
fighters,
highest number
and
we
made
saw was
sure
what?
you wouldn't underestimate
I think it was
the
for
Interesting.
Inkling.
Her final smash is a ceiling move called Triforce of Wisdom.
Oh, sweet.
Sonic's final smash.
Well, that means
Sonic
now
is
Zelda
more
won't
souped up than
won't
ever.
feel like I can't
Either
use
you're
her.
too slow,
Yeah.
or he's lightning fast. Pac-Man also got a speed boost this time around. Looping her on the stage sounds just
They're
like
going so quick!
Pokemon Trainer is back with Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard.
Pokemon Trainer, so 30.
You can change Pokemon during battle, and this time there's
So
no
are they not
penalty
going to
for
have
sticking with
additional
one, so
characters?
feel free
Additional
to pick
guest
your main.
characters?
Also, you can play as a female trainer for the first time.
Because that would
Some
ruin the
fighters,
hype a little
like
bit.
Captain Falcon, trigger
No,
a
it's gotta
dramatic
be.
slow-mo effect on strong attacks in one-on-one fights. And of course, his hazardous Big Blue stage is making a return.
Nice!
Just like before,
Big Blue's
Cloud
back.
in his Final Fantasy VII costume or his Final Fantasy VII Advent Children costume. Now you can see his limit gauge near his damage percentage at all times. Special displays are available for certain other fighters too. For example,
That's
you
cool.
can see
Yeah.
how much longer Robin can use Levin Sword and Tomes.
Robin's 56.
For Villager, we made it easier to see what you've
So the highest number we've seen was like
65, I think.
65,
Yeah.
and that's
Female
Inkling?
versions. There are 8 different villagers. Bowser's final smash, Giga Bowser, is even
What number was
bigger and
Villager?
better.
I don't remember.
He's now as big
14
as
is Bowser, I got that
from
one.
the Yoshi's Island game.
Jeebus.
All of Mr. Game & Watch's
Really?
moves are back, and he looks even more like
Mr. Game & Watch is
from his original
26.
games. His transformations are more full of character than ever. Young Link from Super Smash Bros.
Oh, that's
Melee
funny.
is making a comeback.
Young
That
Link
makes
is
3 hits
22.
for the first time. Lon Milk, anyone?
I like that they're going through the entire
Yeah.
of what we've seen.
After 10 long years, Wolf makes his return. His design
I'm so hyped for Wolf!
Zero, and
He looks
each
badass!
received a significant upgrade.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Kirby is his usual puffy self, but we've added a little something to his stone ability.
Oh, nice.
He has a copy ability for every fighter, so the more fighters we have, the more challenging he becomes to develop.
Okay.
Shulk used to require
Love
repeated
Kirby.
button presses to toggle
In Smash, I
melodic
love
Shulk is
Kirby.
57.
but now you can choose a specific one with a button press and a quick directional tilt.
Right.
Sure is handy to change arts on the fly. We also added Fiora to his final smash.
That's cool.
Ganondorf rises again, returning to his popular design from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
I didn't catch
And
his
for his
number.
final smash, he
Yeah.
becomes Demon
Sorry.
King Ganon.
No, you're fine. I'm just doing it for notes.
51, 52, 53
Mii
Mii
proportions
fighters.
have been tweaked a bit. There are 3 types: Brawler, Sword Fighter, and Gunner.
A whole freaking
The move set
page.
for each
I know,
type has
it's
also been
ridiculous.
enhanced, and you can now choose from 12
There's got to be
combos.
more.
Well, yeah, they've
We're
missed
hoping to get this
some
fighter
numbers.
ready for online play. Previously, Pit's final smash was 3
Huh.
sacred treasures. This time, he'll be riding in style on the Lightning Chariot.
Hey, ZB.
Hey, ZB.
In the last game, Zero Suit Samus's final smash called in her gunship. This time, she uses her power suit to fire a devastating laser.
Oh,
When
That's
the
so
Longar gets
cool.
damaged, you'll see a crack in his helmet. But don't worry, it'll get fixed up right away.
Uh-oh. Huh.
Bayonetta's
Bayonetta.
costumes from her first 2 games are both available. Listen closely, and you'll hear differences in the sound effects.
It's better than ever.
It seems we have a guest.
Huh.
Rodana appears as an assist trophy.
Haha.
Warrior's final smash, Warrior Man, has changed quite a bit. After transforming, he no longer uses individual attacks to get the job done. Donkey Kong's final smash is all rapid-fire punches, like Donkey Kong
I
Jungle
had that
Fight.
one.
You'll notice that he and other fighters have expressive new facial animations. Little Mac's final smash is
That's
now a
cool.
rush of blows from Giga Mac.
Little Max 49.
In fact, all final smash moves in the game get right to the punch. Ness's new final smash calls on Paula
Giga Mac.
and Pooh.
Yes, it's my boy!
Jeff still shows up as an assist trophy. Likewise, Lucas's
I love
final
Ness.
smash features Kumatora and Boney. At first glance, Wii Fit Trainer seems the same, but her face has a new look.
Wii Fit Trainer.
I wavered a bit on whether to change it, but it was a request from the Wii Fit developers. We've included all the hazards from both versions of Mega Man
Yes!
Stage and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U
Nice.
and Nintendo 3DS. And for his final smash, say hello to
Okay.
Pro Man and Bass.
Oh
Palutena's
my gosh.
special attacks have been streamlined this time around. And her down special is now both a counter and a deflector.
My heart.
Rob has a new
And a
vehicle as
deflector.
Castle, showing how
Ooh.
much
It's
fuel he has
both.
left for hovering.
Rob?
Well, this definitely looks like the ultimate version of Smash
Notice the
Brothers,
epsilon
which
symbols
one would
next to
expect.
Lucina and Dark Pit's numbers? Each of these fighters are based on another fighter in the game. We're treating these fighters a little differently and have decided to call them Echo Fighters. Allow me to introduce a brand new Echo Fighter.
Echo Fighters.
Oh, Daisy.
Yay!
Roster as Peach's
That's
Echo Fighter.
cool.
She fights in a similar manner as Peach, but they have different characteristics, which we hope you'll enjoy. Have fun playing as your favorite princesses. All in all, if you add up the changes we're making, there could be tens of thousands. I hope you're looking forward to some serious matchups.
Tens of thousands
And
of changes.
here's a new fighter.
We want more
Inkling
new
is a completely new
fighters.
addition to the roster.
64. So 65 is the highest number we've seen.
They'll take more damage from attacks.
That's so cool.
Different
Oh,
weapons can
cool.
inflict smash attacks or special attacks. The splatter shot,
No, not really, Justice.
Splat bomb, splat roller, and the final smash, killer wear. You can actually run out of ink, so it's important to refill by
Sweet.
pressing the B button while shielding. Inkling Boy also debuts alongside Inkling Girl. Inklings are very fashionable. All 8 have their own outfits. And each has their own ink color, so matches get really
Ha!
hot.
That's cool.
By the way,
Ink colors.
we added in the squid
Inkling
as an
stage?
assist trophy. During their live concert, the camera zooms in for a close-up. That means it's not off the screen. While we're on the topic of assist trophies, let me share some additional information.
No Ridley, though.
As you may know,
No
assist
Ridley.
Not
trophies
yet.
are helpful support in battles. You can KO assist trophies by inflicting damage, and now you get points for it too.
That stinks that Waluigi
However,
is
some
a assist
will
trophy
remain unbeatable.
and not an actual
Maybe
character.
an unexpected guest will photobomb your battle. Yep, it's him. There's a
Oh!
wide variety. More than 50 of them appear in the game.
So Bomberman's an assist trophy. He's not actually in the
Yeah.
game. That stinks. He could have been in it. It could have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I don't know any of these Pokemon.
Yeah. They're liar Pokemon.
The music they're playing right now, I think, is very similar to the...
There are a variety of stages available in this game as well, including a massive list of returning stages.
4.
If you get a group together to play, it'll be a challenge to hit them all. The graphics have been improved as well. Let's get a look at some stages from various games.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, the melee stage. That's cool.
Yeah, melee stage is returning.
Does it look faster almost?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure if it does. What? Green Hill Zone's cool. New Pork City. The Wrecking Crew stage is cool. I played that on the Wii U version.
Uh-huh. I love the Mori Tower stage. That's awesome.
That is really cool.
Oh, look at that Great Plateau Tower.
Oh, that's cool. That looks like it's going to be so, like, crowded.
Yeah.
But it's a perfect addition to the game. Oh, it crumbles.
All
and then
stages
rebuilds
now have both Battlefield and Omega forms too.
Huh.
These versions hover above an abyss. Their
Oh,
sizes
cool.
and terrain are all the same, so savor the simplicity with music and backgrounds from your favorite series. Let's take a sneak peek at the new and returning techniques you can pull off during
New techniques?
battle. The directional air dodge enhances mobility.
Directional air dodges?
Holy.
It can come in handy when recovering from a fall.
Oh my.
However, if you dodge too much, even on the ground, you'll be wide open to attack and your duration of intangibility gets shorter. You can execute short hop attacks by pressing the A button and jump at any time. Also, you can smash attack by pressing the A and B buttons just like the previous game. A perfect shield occurs when you release the shield button.
Okay. I'm sure you can...
Until now, you were able to pull it off without any major risks, but going forward...
Oh, that's cool.
For one-on-one battles, the damage dealt will now be greater than in battles with higher numbers of players. This should help ensure that the action is well-paced.
That's a really smart move.
Yeah.
In a timed battle, the fighter in the lead will...
But then for competitive-wise, it'll be interesting.
Better do something, or no victory pose for you.
Oh, and more. And more.
We've got something special.
So the fighter in the lead will flash with light.
Brothers Ultimate.
That's unique for multiplayer battles. Oh my god. GameCube controller support.
Nintendo GameCube controllers can be used in Super Smash Bros.
That's not unexpected though,
No.
since they had the update back in January.
Yep. Yep.
Not to mention, all Super Smash Bros. Series amiibo figures are compatible this
It's
time
the
as well.
I have controllers, so
Dude, they're gonna
In
do a
fact,
Snake
all
amiibo.
fighters' current amiibo
Yep.
figures will be supported, even if they're from a different series. Tap a compatible amiibo figure to add in a figure player, or FP. And
that's
level
cool.
up. Your FP data from previous titles can be transferred.
Before we go,
we hope you're as excited as we are. Our staff will continue working hard until the game releases. We really appreciate your
stoked.
support. We've made including every single fighter ever our #1 goal, so I'm kind of hoping you aren't expecting too many new challengers. However, we do have one more announcement. Please, take a look.
what do we got? What do we got? Oh my god, here it is. Ridley.
Yep. Yep.
That worries me, though.
Ridley's in the game.
Oh.
Ah!
There it is!
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dude.
Ridley looks like... Ridley plays quicker than I expected.
Yeah.
Was that Mecha Ridley?
So it's kind of like what you were describing in the pre-show. And Ridley's not that much bigger.
No, it's like a third of the size.
Yeah. All right. Don't tell me this is the end of the presentation. I want a little bit more stuff.
Wait. Available.
Wow, December 7th.
December 7th. Okay. That's your big December game.
Ah, and that is it. Wow.
Good morning, everyone.
Into the
and
treehouse now.
welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live from the Los Angeles Convention Center at E3. 皆さんおはようございます。ロサンゼルスの E3 会場の
No mention on if this is like a new game or how it plays. It looks very
Yeah,
similar.
maybe we'll get some of that during the treehouse.
Treehouse, yeah.
They didn't really talk about modes or anything like that.
This is strictly characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think that's what the casual fans who are tuning into a Nintendo
Sure.
Direct.
I mean, shoot, even me as someone that's like hardcore into Smash, this...
Justice Scooby, you're absolutely right. That's what we had been hearing before the game was announced, was that this was going to be treated as a games as service. This
I can
is
see that.
Nintendo's foray into that.
And like one of the things I mentioned when we talked about Smash coming was I thought it was going to have like some sort of like subtitle. I didn't expect Ultimate, I have no idea, but we get Doom Eternal, Halo Infinite, and Smash Ultimate.
For those of you viewing at home, Mr. Sakurai on video.
Well, while we're going through this, let's just break down what we saw a little bit. We started off with a really kick-ass trailer for Damon Cross Machima? I forget.
Machina?
Machina, there we go.
I don't know.
My handwriting, I was scribbling a little bit. Awesome mech action game coming out in 2019. Completely surprised out of nowhere. Let's listen to what we're saying here.
My heart's just full right now.
今までとっても苦労していて、それでやっと発表ができたということに対して、もうすごく何も言えないような気分です。
I'm really speechless at the fact that we've been working so hard and we're finally able to announce this game.
だからもうこれから帰ろうかなって。
Like I don't see number 5.
No, not yet.
まだまだダメですよ。
No, don't go
I
home.
want to jump into some more specific details, but before we start, does Mr. Sakurai have anything he wants to say just in general about the game's development?
まあもちろんこれからいろいろ紹介していきたいと思うんですけれども、その実演プレイの前に桜井さんからのメッセージは何かないでしょうか。
今回とにかく
That's a cool graphic on the background.
Yeah.
全員登場を果たしたということです。これからスマッシュブラザーズシリーズというのはもしかしたら続くかもしれませんが、ここまでやるのはもうほとんどないんじゃないかなとは思うんですよね。ぜひ楽しんでいただければと思います。
So the biggest appeal of this game is really that every single fighter is back here, and you know, may continue the Smash series in the future, but I don't know if we'll ever be able to pull this off. So I really hope that you'll enjoy this iteration of the game.
I certainly plan to.
Oh yeah. まあ僕はエンジョイするつもりです。
私も楽しみです。
That is a good point. You don't know if we're ever going to get this large of a roster and all these third-party characters.
Returning fighters in the video, but we only got a taste of Ridley at the very end. So what I was hoping we could do is maybe play through a little bit with Ridley live on stage here so we can talk a little bit more about his moves and see what he looks like in action.
Oh, there we go.
桜井さんは今までの、ファイターたちの技とかをいろいろ説明していただきましたけれども、リドリーはほんの少しだけ見られましたので、今朝は実演プレーでリドリーの技も紹介していただけないでしょうか。
そうですね。じゃあ直接触ってやりますね。
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and give you guys a tour.
Where would you like to fight?
どこで戦いましょうか。
とりあえず説明だけなんで、その終点で。
So I'm just going to do an explanation, so let's just go to Final Destination.
All right.
While they're getting that ready, let's talk a little bit more. So that mech game looked really sweet, but we really didn't get any
the mech game looked cool
on it.
そうです。今の終点が
Then they went on to some DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That DLC is coming out in September. Again, I haven't played that. I've heard it's a tremendous RPG. Reggie introduced Let's Go Pokemon, Pikachu and Eevee.
Yep.
Talked about the Pokeball Plus, which you can play the entire Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Pikachu with that Pokeball Plus.
Yep.
You rub it, you get a little Pokemon sound for whoever's in the ball.
Right.
What did you think of that? Does that enhance your desire to buy the
I think
game?
it was really cool. I mean, I was like, okay, maybe I'll have to get this, but I'm not completely sold on it yet, but I still want to see more. But it's really unique that you can play the entire game with the Pokemon Plus. It lets you know how simplified this Pokemon game is going to be.
Right.
It's not, going to be over the top or anything, and obviously not your mainline game that you are going to be seeing next year.
And because
we're still seeing a little Ridley.
After that, we had Super Mario Party. And this showcased what they were talking about in that Nintendo patent that I wrote about, where we were thinking that maybe it's a new handheld system, because they're showing being able to put switches together and continue on a game screen.
Yep.
That's out in October. That looks fun, but Mario Party games have been kind of iffy the past few iterations. So
yeah, I mean, it looks unique, it looks cool, but very little information on there. Obviously updated graphically.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll have better, excuse me, mini games and whatnot. But yeah, October 5th. So coming sooner than later.
We got Fire Emblem Trilogy, or I'm sorry, Fire Emblem Three Houses, a trailer for that. That's in 2019.
I was surprised.
I really thought that would be 2018.
I thought that was going to be...
And I'm surprised that we had 2019 for the Damon game, and then 2019 for this game. Two 2019 titles.
Yep.
Wasn't expecting that from Nintendo. Of course, they showed off Fortnite, which we've known about for a while.
Play free today.
Yeah, that's huge. That's cool.
In about 11 minutes.
Then we got some indie stuff, Overcooked 2,
Your
Baby, Killer Queen
Black.
Killer Queen Black.
Yep, I'm really glad that that's there.
Sometime in 2018. Hollow Knight is out today.
I'll be getting that.
New demo for Octopath Traveler, which continues to look good. You can take the progress from this demo over to the full game when that releases in July. And I don't think a lot more needed to be said about that.
Nope, I'm fine with that. Just there's already been a couple different demos, and they've had new characters each time. So June 14th, you can download that demo.
And then after that, it was like 15 minutes of Smash.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they did show Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters was in that.
Dragon Ball Fighters, Captain Toad, and a couple other games I'm sure that I'm missing. Like they mentioned Minecraft and Ark.
Right.
And that Ark Minecraft type game.
Let's get into Smash Brothers. What are your overall thoughts on Smash Brothers Ultimate?
I think it's really cool that they got every fighter in the history of Smash. And that we know that they got Ridley. And I don't think that's the end of the DLC. I don't think
but they're warning us not to expect much in the way
of
additional guest characters.
Right.
So that really has me nervous.
Sure.
Are we only getting Ridley? Because that's part of the joy of Smash games is having,
Well, and this is the first Smash game that's really had the Smash 4 was the first one that really had like that extra DLC.
Right.
Because like with like other games, like what the roster was is what you got. But like people were asking, for example, for Ridley way back into the life of Smash, probably even back to like the Melee days. So I mean, you can think that that's probably going to be good fan service. But there's obviously all these people that I have listed, and I almost got all their numbers, not every one of them, but they missed. There's people that I'm sure are there that they didn't mention.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that next match we could actually play a match and see what it
I
looks like.
feel like simultaneously excited and simultaneously disappointed about this game.
Okay.
I'm excited. It's really cool that we've got everybody coming back, but I'm also disappointed that it doesn't feel like it's an entirely new game, and that's what I was really kind of hoping for. And I don't see quite yet how it's going to bridge that gap between Smash communities. So
it looks very much. Okay. This menu's different, and like the versus screen's different, but like it overall looks very similar to the way Wii U looked.
Yeah,
which is not a bad thing because it looks great. Like it looked fine. It updated graphically on this, I'm sure. But
I'm surprised that it's a December date. So that really leaves us nothing to launch that online service with. And
maybe they did that on purpose. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good choice. Don't get me wrong. But maybe they did that on purpose to not bog down online service day one, make sure it works. I don't know. I don't know the answer, but...
Yeah, I'm really nervous about Nintendo and their online service at this point. How do you feel about Nintendo's conference overall?
I mean...
I'm really meh on it.
It was meh.
Seriously, think about it. The most exciting thing to me was...
That was new, showing the score big on screen like that.
The most exciting thing to me was this random mech game.
That was cool.
That they showed at the start. Right since 2019. Otherwise, I haven't played Xenoblade. Pokemon, I don't really care about Pokemon Go. Mario Party, don't care about that. Fire Emblem, I don't care about that. Fortnite, don't care about Fortnite. The indie games are cool,
sure,
but nothing that really grabs me and says, oh, hells yeah. If they had Cosmic Star Heroine, I would have jumped up for joy.
That is...
And then Smash, I've got mixed feelings, so I don't think Nintendo really delivered at this E3. I think it's a huge missed opportunity.
I think... See, that's cool how they show the stocks on screen now. So you're not just looking at the bottom of the screen the whole time to see what the stocks are.
Yeah.
I will say this. I will say it didn't have the pizzazz that last year had.
Right.
And that might be... That's okay, I guess. They don't want to play their whole entire card, but I guess... I'm still hyped for Smash, because I will say this, is while it doesn't look maybe like a completely new game, there's probably going to be enough additions, and they said tens of thousands of changes, that it probably will be different. It'll probably be different enough. Like that, like,
yeah.
I keep harking back to like how they show the stocks on screen. That's just a small, minute detail that you're not looking at the bottom of the screen to see the logos. But that's not for everyone. I get that. But we're seeing obviously some more play with Ridley here against Samus.
That's not true, Justice Scooby. The difference isn't just graphics between console to console. If you look at the differences between like Melee and Brawl, they were
way different.
Difference between Brawl and Wii U, even the difference between Melee and Wii U,
were way
night
different.
and day differences.
Yeah,
that's the reason you've got this huge divide within the professional Smash community between people who are still not letting go of 20 years of Melee and people who are will still progress, and you don't see that in other competitive gaming communities.
Right.
They will go with the modern version.
Right.
So that was the great hope of Super Smash Brothers for the Switch, was that they were going to find a way to bridge that gap. We still don't know if this game bridges that gap or not, but it's very important because, come on, we need to bring the Melee crowd along with us.
I think the attempt of adding everyone that's ever been in a Smash game was one attempt.
That's cool, and it's great that we're bringing people like...
It's the gameplay that I'm not... It does kind of look quicker than Wii U, but I don't know that it's quite the Melee style play.
There really weren't any surprises.
But we're also not seeing high-level Smash here.
Going back to the conference as a whole, there really weren't any surprises from Nintendo.
That one leak that showed like the games that were gonna be like that. I don't remember if it was
Yeah,
on
that was-
4chan or whatever.
that was proven
proved to be
accurate.
very 100% accurate.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Not a ton of
No Fallout.
no Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi. What the hell happened with that game?
Is that game not coming out?
I don't know. No talk about Labo. No talk about that Star Fox Racing game.
You're right. Holy
yeah.
crap. I'll ask you a serious question.
Okay.
And you can give me an honest answer. Does Labo feel like it's maybe already run its course?
I think so.
I think so too.
I really would have thought that they would have had a little bit more support for it by now.
I mean, I was skeptical from the get-go.
Yeah.
And I love Nintendo. I was skeptical from the get-go, but
I'm really starting to worry that third parties are abandoning the Switch for some reason.
yeah,
And that's really weird considering the success that the Switch has had.
I mean, Fortnite's third party, Overcooked's third party, but you're not seeing any big third party. Nothing AAA or AA big third party.
Right.
4人で戦いましょうか。
やりますか。
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Sakurai's gonna play one.
Match. What do you guys say?
I thought Labo sold decently. I don't
know the sales
Yeah.
on it, but like I can find it anywhere right now. Like it's not like it's not on the shelves. I could go to Target, Best Buy, GameStop, and I see them all over.
Yeah, it's not being talked about right
They
now.
didn't talk about.
I would have held it back till Christmas, honestly.
Labo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they needed something to fill spring because what did they have for spring? They had freaking Kirby.
They didn't talk about. Well, you're gonna get Mega Man 11. I guess that was mentioned too.
But that's
we
on
knew
everything.
that.
That's
yeah,
on
we knew
everything.
that. Right. I mean, it's third-party support, but we don't know how good that game's gonna be.
No talk about Metroid Prime.
I'm not overly surprised on that one, I guess.
No talk about Bayonetta 3.
No, you're right. Maybe that'll be an incoming direct. Maybe.
I don't know. It's E3. You can't
What?
put more of your eggs in the E3 basket and then save your other
right.
stuff. You could have gone through all of those minute character changes
I like this
in
new
a
menu.
separate Smash Direct.
I really like the new menu.
So we are on Great Plateau.
You know,
here.
it kind of feels like what Sony's felt like in the sense that they're not putting everything in E3 this year.
Yeah.
Interesting. New stage you're seeing here as well.
Do these companies want E3 to die? Are they kind of trying to like pull it back and let it wither on the vine?
I don't know. Are they seeing that much? Oh!
And I don't know if you noticed, but Nintendo.
I don't think there's any reason for them to do that, considering how much the industry is growing. Maybe E3 as an event itself isn't really growing, but
well, and
it's a 25-year-old event.
While you say Nintendo doesn't care about E3,
you're right, Justice Scooby.
You're right about that, but they're usually the only one that doesn't usually care about E3 as much, because still like companies like Sony and Microsoft and Ubisoft and Bethesda still care enough about E3 to make it something.
I think Nintendo cares because they do this.
To an extent,
they've pioneered doing the Treehouse presentation.
Right.
I guess I am.
Oh, Curry.
I will say that I think Nintendo's just like, we get enough love from our Treehouse.
I think Nintendo coasts on the fact that people are so fanatical about them, and it's like they sell you cardboard and people hail it as revolutionary.
Sure.
They literally sold us cardboard this year,
Yep.
and everyone was like, "Thank you, Nintendo!
Yep.
Wow, engineering at its finest."
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing for kids, whatever. You know, it's like cardboard Legos, essentially, like you're putting things together. But I will be honest, like, I'm a big Nintendo fan, but I was skeptical from Labo from the get-go, because...
Do you think Nintendo takes us for granted a little bit?
Maybe. But I think they thought Smash was going to be such a big thing.
Yeah.
That they were like, don't
and
have
again,
to
that's
reveal...
the reliance on Nintendo fanboys.
Right.
I wonder, like, how is fanboyism going to change as we go into this digital age where everything is going to change less from a focus on a piece of hardware to a platform, like a digital delivery platform. When Xbox is no longer just the Xbox under your entertainment center, but it's the Xbox
It's going to be harder.
service.
Yeah, right. I think it'll
Nintendo's, once that happens, Nintendo's really, are they going to be able to rely on fanboyism?
Right. I do see some hints at them trying to cater to the maybe not the competitive scene, like or the esport of or whatever you want to call it of Smash, the competitive scene of Smash, by having
His attack is very strong.
you know, obviously the large roster, the stocks on they come up on the screen after a death, and being able to say like every stage has an Omega stage, so it's not it's like you have to play on a certain stage. I'm sure there'll be things that get banned. Excuse me, in the long run, but
just as Scooby says, my two favorite things this E3 were Smash and Kingdom Hearts. In all honesty, Starfield and Elder Scrolls were huge, but they were just titles. Yeah, it's not really time to get hype on Elder Scrolls just yet. Again,
right.
That's like
it's
3
cool
or
that they
4 years.
exist, but it's kind of like me with Doom. I'm super excited that Doom exists.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal, but I get it. It's just a title. We don't know nothing else.
I haven't really picked my top tier announcements yet, but I don't know. Just looking at E3 as a whole, this has been a really disappointing year. Everything that they're showing is 2019.
I will say one thing is I usually don't like to pick a winner and a loser for E3 because like I don't want to look at anything in a negative light, but you're right, this has been a tougher year for E3.
Yeah. And I think that sparks that speaks to what I wrote about in the intros to my game plan articles, is that
Cool.
this is the last year.
Those final smashes are really
This is the
quick.
last year that before the industry fundamentally changes.
Right.
The biggest announcement this year was EA, and bringing streaming to EA Origin Access.
Yeah, because
Premier.
Microsoft briefly mentioned it, but they didn't have like the actual
they
program.
didn't commit to it.
Right, right.
Xbox, they did have a good presentation in retrospect. I think my expectations were just too high for how revolutionary they would be.
I know we'll talk about this probably on either a separate like E3 post show or something that we're gonna do, but initial reactions was I felt like maybe Microsoft gave me the best overall show, the one I feel the best about.
Yeah, I would agree.
Self-destruct's not going to help things.
Gaming every generation things change. Things.
Oh, look at that. That's a ringer. That is a ringer.
So that's been tweaked a little bit, but that's definitely a Smash, like very common, or the very similar ending to Smash 4's battles.
Yeah.
That screen.
Wow, that was fun.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I almost want to play again.
Yes.
You guys look like you had fun.
I need a little
Wow, that was fun.
I would imagine during the treehouse, because we are streaming it, we're gonna see some more from Smash. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll say this: I don't have every single number. You guys can't see this, but I have an entire page dedicated to Smash here, and I wrote down every character that we got to see, and I missed their numbers, but I'm pretty positive we didn't get 65 characters revealed. So we know there's gonna be some in there that we've missed, and I'm sure there'll be an announcement. I have a feeling during the treehouse, and I have a feeling there'll be something during the invitational.
Yeah.
Give us a reason to be excited besides seeing the higher level.
No Yoshi, Metroid, Fallout, Ridge Racer. Where the hell is the Japanese support? No Western support.
I think so.
I think maybe we
Yeah.
should take this opportunity.
Yeah,
No Microsoft characters in Smash.
Detailed Ridley amiibo that will
Right.
be launching alongside the game. せっかくですので、本当にね、
Wait, what's launching alongside the game?
Those amiibos.
So you could get an Inkling amiibo before, but this is the Smash version of it.
Yeah.
And the Ridley one's cool.
アミーボもあります。And we also have
Damn it, Nintendo. I just started getting into the amiibo stuff.
Smash Brothers series.
I just need to talk to somebody about how the game plays. Is this more...
I mean, obviously, I've seen
There's an on-screen look at Ridley there by himself.
Yeah, that looks cool.
And can I share something?
If you don't pre-order that one, that one's gonna be hard to find.
Where's the Snake amiibo? No, we want a solid Snake
you're
amiibo.
right.
Okay. Golfing Buffalo has said that there is a breaking rumor that the online functionality of Smash may not be available day one.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's that
I could
the
see
little,
Nintendo doing that.
triangle ticker on the ink tank behind the inkling, the location of that triangle ticker is different.
それは、スプラッシュボムを1回投げた時に減るインクの量を表しています。これは、スマブラでは必殺技になっているので結構たくさん
That's typical Nintendo.
Right, it is.
Here's our online service. Pay money for this, and this game that should be available online day one is not.
I will say this. Nintendo is
use a lot more slap bumps, so
the Melee subreddit is not happy.
Yeah, tell us what's the Melee. Yeah, tell us what the Melee subreddit.
Tell us about Oh, Ice Climber. They gotta get amiibo.
Yeah.
Daisy as an Echo Fighter in the game, and we can confirm that there will also be Daisy.
That's cool. They're doing. They're recognizing that these are essentially clones, Echo Fighters.
Yeah.
They're admitting that. I mean, you could never please a subreddit, but the
glorified port.
It does kind of look like a glorified port.
I mean, if they put like a
quick rematch, let's do it.
Tournament mode or something like that.
The gameplay looked faster, but I was not sold.
They're just gonna throw one more battle in. Yeah, they're not making it look exciting.
There we go.
Wow. So for the Switch, which has been hot as hell since the release, their big 2018 release is going to be a glorified port of a Wii U game.
It's a glorified port that has gotten a new coat of paint. Like a little bit of a new coat of paint. But you know what? We don't know that until we play it because Sakurai claims there's tens of thousands of changes. They've already went over a few changes, like how certain characters will play differently. For example, Palutena has the down B, which is not only a deflect, but it's also like a shield or a block or whatever. So oh, look at the Inkling.
Apparently, it said during the Smash video that they were working on online, so that's where the rumor is coming that it may not be available online at day one.
I did hear him say that they were hoping to have a certain character, or the Mii's ready for online. Yeah, this is a cool stage.
So in the past, we've made it so
this is a cool stage. I really like this.
Characters are all from the same series, but this time we've spread it out. So I picked what I really liked.
I mean, I think it looks faster than the Wii U version, but I'm not. Without seeing them side by side, I don't know.
The stage has a lot of hills, so it's actually kind of difficult to use items properly.
Justice Scooby, I'm right there with you. I'm okay. I only play casually though. Here's what I'm gonna say this now. I love Smash. I'm not saying I'm Smash's or Nerd Bacon Smash.
I'm not
expert.
Schmitten.
Schmitten
with Smash.
I'm not Nerd Bacon's resident expert on Smash, but I play enough to be dangerous. But I think I'm still gonna get this day one because it's Smash and I want to play it. But I do want to do a little more research and see what the difference, how much of a difference it is between this and the Wii U version.
That is a real one.
Yes.
December 4th also gives us time to have another Direct or two before, and one of them show more character reveals.
That's not going to be good.
That's cool.
That was a worthy test.
I can't believe that there's no Japanese support, there's no Western support. Like, they didn't even mention NBA 2K or anything coming.
You're right, they didn't. The only sport game was FIFA.
Nintendo's in trouble at this point. I don't understand why developers would be abandoning the Switch so quickly.
And maybe they're not. Maybe there's a reason they didn't show all of it. I don't know. But the only reason is everybody's eyes on you at E3.
I think the only reason that I can think of is that they're gearing up for next gen, and they're also gearing up for the way the industry is about to shift to online streaming, and
Sure.
that is going to be
Didn't make it.
that's going to wind up being significantly cheaper for them as far as development costs go, because they're not going to have to worry about manufacturing physical discs. And with Nintendo, you're already paying a premium to manufacture a cartridge. But, you know, add that into actually having to have a physical release in the first place. Maybe that's why developers are starting to shy away.
And there we go.
Wow, is that 2 wins?
Yeah, it's 2 wins for Mr.
I mean,
Sakurai.
there are changes.
Scott goes.
If it's one-on-one, there's more higher damage, which is good. It's a good change. There's higher damage in one-on-one battles.
Justice Scooby says, I'm someone who supports and wants more Wii U ports due to the failure of that console and the amazing games on it. I guess in that sense, I am easily happy. The portability 100% makes all the difference to me. Here's the problem, though, Justice Scooby.
It's not a system seller.
Here's the problem. Yeah, I'm for the ports too. I was
Same.
happy that Bayonetta
Captain
got.
Toad?
Yep, I was happy that Bayonetta got announced. Captain Toad, etc., etc. Here's the thing, though: you can't rely solely on ports to sell your new system. That's the problem, and that's what Nintendo is doing this year: is relying on ports to sell their system, and that is a 180 from what they had last year.
Right.
Last year was like, here are some ports to bolster up the releases of new games. Splatoon 2, ARMS, Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Those were all new games, plus a ton of other games. You're not really having that.
But I hope that if you have the opportunity to please check it out. We can't include all the characters, but I think you'll get a good feel for it. And I really hope you look forward to the release of the game.
It's great. Well, it's been really fun losing to you over and over again. But thank you so much for spending time with us today. It's been really fun.
I could really see this game getting pushed to January 2019.
Yeah, me too.
If something goes wrong.
Me too. But it does give them time to fine tune it, to make it better, and not rush it. But then also, not only that, gives us a chance to.
Over the course of E3, but coming up next,
Ooh,
after
additional
a short
characters.
break, we're going to have
over the course of
first
E3.
hands-on play with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, along with a very special guest.
Okay.
で、ツリーハウスライブはこの後続きますけれども、そしてスマブラの紹介もどんどん
So they're gonna show Pokemon.
Is it Pikachu himself?
It's the inflatable Pikachu that lost its air and was rushed off stage. If anybody saw that video.
多少ブレーキがありますけれども、その後特別なゲストまた登壇しますので、引き続きよろしくお願いします。
Golfing Buffalo in the chat says, I only have a few minutes, but they must have more third parties or ports because you would have like half a dozen games for the holiday. I don't know.
Well, here,
unless they're saving it.
Real quick before we, go off. I don't know if we're watching the entire Treehouse or.
No, God no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But before we go off, let's try to piece together the rest of Nintendo's year. So June, Aces, Mario Tennis Aces.
Yep.
July, Octopath. Oh, I guess I should say today. You got obviously there was Fortnite and Hollow Knight. Just to mention that again, if you didn't know that. But yeah, July Octopath, August. I'm looking.
August is nap month.
I don't see anything for August, which is where I thought Yoshi would be.
Yeah.
I really did.
Okay, Golfing Buffalo brings up FIFA, NBA, Mario Party, World Ends With You, which is sometime this year, Pokemon and Smash.
Well, I guess, yeah, FIFA's going to be out there too.
Yeah.
I wrote down Mario Party. So August, September is their online service. The Xenoblade Chronicles DLC, but no, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But typically, you don't see a lot of big games released in August.
So then, I'll say September. I don't know what game, but yeah, you also mentioned Starlink, Just Dance are in there too. Yeah, that's true. That's all third party. So there's third party support, I guess. I'm kind of forgetting about those. FIFA's third party.
I was just expecking more, personally.
NBA 2K would be third party. I'm sure WWE will come over with their weird port. Then October, we're getting that Mario Party game. November, I'm not sure.
November's Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, November's Pokemon. Oh, July also is Captain Toad for a port. And then December is Smash.
Yeah.
Plus your third party. So I guess there's third party support. They just didn't need to announce them here, I guess. Starlink, Just Dance, NBA. I mean, Octopath's technically third party.
I'm kind of down on streaming the the whole Smash Brothers Invitational whenever that goes live.
Yeah. That's going to be... It'll be long... I don't even, because we don't even know when it's going to go live, so...
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, they have more third-party support than what we were thinking when you put in Starlink, Just Dance, the EA Sports titles, possibly like NBA and FIFA, the NBA 2K possibly coming over as well, WWE game, the indies are cool. Fortnite's obviously third-party as well. Yeah. Octopath third party. Kingdom Hearts. Even Kingdom Hearts said it might be released on the Switch in the future. I think the Switch was announced too late for this current batch of third party releases. Sure. I feel like there's a weird lull in a lot of gaming right now anyway, but any last minute thoughts before we take it home?
It's painfully obvious that, like I said, that this is an E3 that's in transition, and I guess I wasn't expecting there to be such a drop off as we go towards the next generation, but it really feels like we've just hit this cliff, and we're gonna get a little bump on the way down with stuff like Ghost of Tsushima and Devil May Cry 5, but
I mean, there was a
really disappointing overall E3 for everybody, just in the fact that there's really not a whole lot of stuff to look forward to this year.
Yeah, this year's lighter, and I say that with an asterisk of there are still games like Red Dead.
Yeah,
and
thank God
stuff
for
like
Red
that. and Smash at the end of the year, of course, stuff like that. But let's look at it like this: there still was a ton of games announced throughout E3. I mean, Microsoft themselves had 50, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're coming out this year. Doesn't necessarily mean they're coming out next year. We had games announced that were going to be out 2020 and maybe later. So there are still games out there, but it did feel kind of a weird transition year.
Yeah, I think next year we're at least definitely going to see stuff, hardware stuff announced from Sony and Microsoft.
Like it.
Whether or not that hits this in 2019 or not.
I think 2020.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be late 2019 / early 2020.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Nintendo.
It didn't have the WoW pizzazz of last
definitely
year.
not the WoW, and it was their conference really to come in and kind of steal, but they didn't do it. I don't expect stuff like Devil May Cry 5 and stuff like that to hit, but I do expect some decent, interesting third-party support and some Nintendo surprises.
Sure.
And we really didn't get that, so...
Yep.
Anyway, that is going to wrap it up for our coverage here at Nerd Bacon for Nintendo and Nintendo's Direct. If they come in with anything, we're going to keep monitoring it. But
we'll keep an eye on it, and I think we're still coming back with the
Yeah, we're
Switch,
still planning to come back with the Super Smash Brothers Invitational whenever that goes live. That's going to be later in the afternoon / evening.
See Mango have a meltdown?
Yeah, after the Splatoon 2 World Championship.
I will say one last thought. Mentioning Mango, it'll be interesting because the subreddit for Melee may be upset, but we're seeing a Melee player play this game. So let's see how he plays.
We're seeing a Mango and Armada.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I'm saying. Let's see how they play.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll play better than we think.
We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, those are our thoughts. I mean, we're going to get honesty from us. We're not going to fanboy for you.
Even though I love Nintendo and I love Smash.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you straight 100%.
Yeah. But anyway, that's it for our coverage of Nintendo Direct here at E3 2018 for NerdBacon.com. Again, all of our coverage of E3 2018 is brought to you by Intra Games and their release, Survive Mr. Cube, available right now on the PlayStation Store. And they're coming back right now with some Pokemon Let's Go. We're done. All right. Anyway.
We'll keep it on and we'll monitor it.
We'll
if
monitor
we need to
it.
come back live, we'll come back live.
We really appreciate you joining us. Be sure to like us, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, wherever you're watching us. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
And, yeah, thanks so much for joining us. We will talk to you later.
Thanks so much, guys. Stay tuned for the Smash Invitation.
And as always, of course, the most important thing, as always, make sure you forever game tasty. Talk to you later.
Thanks so much.